watching. Love you. Hope you're doing well in the lab. I'm gonna try and get going on doing some more of this Chains of Promathia story. Yeah, last time we left off, there was quite a bit going on. Tenzin's trying to convince the primals to fight alongside mankind to stop Bahamut from killing everybody, and revealed that in order to revive the Phoenix Blade that he wields, he had to sacrifice a large number of lives to the sword in order to restore its power. It started off with criminals and other people who were basically given capital punishment for misdemeanors to people that had fallen asleep, etc. Carbuncle decided to help out, sent you to a ruins, and found some interesting things. Talked to Fenrir, talked about a possible way to avoid the catastrophe, and now we're meeting up with the gang to... Oh yeah, Prish was captured by the Duchy, and, well, she turned herself in. And now the gang's gonna meet up and talk about our options, so... I think that's basically where we're at right now. We're gonna head over to the bar and have a private meeting to see what's up. So, let's, which bar is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, let's go. Oh, let's see if I can remember these voices. Metasmith, it is good to see you. We have finally... Ah, it's going too quick. This is, Okay, let's see if I can catch up here. Metasmith, it is good to see you. We have finally grasped the entire tapestry that our separate tales have woven. I never believed that something like this... never believed that something like this was possible. I suggest you prepare yourself before Lady Umia arrives. And then Umia arrives. Why is everyone so quiet? Is something wrong? Lady Umia, we have been waiting for you. Will you steel your heart and listen to the story we have to tell? Of course, we have tried to refute this conclusion and find some other explanation. However, we now know that the boy Salteus has come to thwart the plans of the Ancient Ones and steal the light of the crystals. We also know that the divinity of darkness that rules over the Kindred was not Promethea after all. But the Moblins heard from the divinity of darkness that the keeper of the apocalypse has already arisen. And surely you have seen the magicite in bed in Prish's chest. According to your explanation, that stone contained the emptiness of the twilight god, Promethea. Lady Ulmia, this must come as a shock for one so close to Lady Prish. But I must inform you of the facts I have learned from the terrestrial avatars Carbuncle and Fenrir. After 10,000 years, the Keeper of the Apocalypse was fated to be born in the nation of Tavnesia. Surely you are not saying that this Keeper you speak of is Prish? That is impossible. I refuse to believe it. We have been friends since the time before Tavnesia's destruction. I can honestly say that I have never met a person more pure of heart. She has more faith and more courage. How could she be the Keeper of the Apocalypse and still urge Diablos to save the world? It is true that I do not know of anyone who possesses the zest for life that Prish has. and if we had but the time and knowledge, we would rescue Lady Prish from this destiny. However, we have no time remaining. A duty lies before us. Lord Bahamut and his minions must be stopped. And if Cardinal Mildarion is still alive, as we believe, she will be planning to use Prish to awaken the Twilight God. With Prish and her magic sight on the Cardinal's possession, the world is one step away from oblivion. When Promethea awakens, there will be no stopping the Moblins. Stop it, all of you! You truly intend to do away with Prish if it means the plans of the Worm King Bahamut will be prevented? That is something I cannot do! Lady Umia! Let her be. The first thing we have to do is rescue Prish from the Grand Duke's palace. I'll start working on a plan. I will call upon some old acquaintances. They may be able to help us. I wish no more lives to be lost. I will do what I can. Metasmith, do you agree with our decision? No. Do not let our actions concern you. You are free to follow your own path from here. I only ask that you look after Lady Ulmia. She did not take this news well. There is little you can say to comfort her, but at least see her safely to Tavnasia. If you ask the aid of Lady Ashantaro, I'm sure your return will be a swift one. Until we meet again. Okay. Let's go talk to Lady Ashantaro. I wonder if there's a relation between that and Esha. Because that's often... There's several zones called Esha. We have Esha beads. This over here. Oops. Okay. And we're going up here. Where is my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay. There we go. Ah, it goes right into it. Metasmith. I must apologize for my childish behavior. I never should have run off in such a flustered state. I do understand what everyone is saying. I understand that the Worm King, Bahamut, plans to obliterate all the peoples of Anadia. Even with the might of the Juno Armada, many more innocent lives will be lost in this conflict if something is not done. And I do understand that everyone truly wishes to rescue Prish from her destiny. However, it is as Lord Diablos has said, we cannot save both the world and all of her people. Lord Diablos, I wonder if he called Prish into his dream world because he knew the truth of her identity, that she was the keeper of the apocalypse. Was Cardinal Mildarion also aware of this truth? Is that why she gave Prish that amulet? But I still... Metasmith, it may be too late at this point, but there is something I must tell you. When Prish had collapsed, her amulet was stolen. It was only for a second, but I'm pretty damn sure. The present I felt when the amulet was stolen, it was definitely Miss Mildarion. You're saying that Cardinal Mildarion took the amulet from you? Why would she act in such a manner? Did not the Cardinal give the amulet to you as a gift? Yeah, she did. Miss Mildarion was always watching over me, though, through the amulet. She was always making sure I wasn't thinking of doing something stupid or getting myself into trouble. But she needed to take the amulet back. An old friend she'd waited a long time for, had finally returned. She apologized to me in her thoughts, said that I would be safe while I was in Juneau. But then... Cardinal Mildarion would have known that we, the survivors of the Great War, were unable to leave the island. She knew, but she did not come to help us. She abandoned us to our fate. No, I don't think so. Miss Mildarion left it to me. Left what to you? Huh? What was Prish about to say, I wonder? What could Cardinal Mildarion have entrusted to us? Surely not the resurrection of the Twilight God. It might be naive of me to believe that you are on my side. However, I am not willing to give up. I want to sing of a world where both Vanadia and all her people are saved. Will you dream of such a world alongside me? Of course. Thank you, Metasmith. We gotta save Prish. I will once again go to the Grand Duke Palace. I've not found anyone in town who has information, but Maki Chibuki and others have probably tracked down some rumors. There must be something we can do to save Prish. There must be someone who knows of the Cardinal. Boy, that was awkward. I need to work on that. What does Floating Taru have for sale? Nothing much. That's fine. I need to find out if they did the drawing yet or not. I haven't been on in a couple weeks. Metasmith, what are you doing here? Have you found some means to stop the Worm King Bahamut? The battle will soon begin. An airship carrying a group of adventurers was downed in the attack by the worms. We have completed preparations on the warships, and nothing remains to be done. Only, I don't know if this is good news or bad news to you, but the commander of the Junoan Armada, Lady Eshantarl, is nowhere to be found. Lord Magmalada has also disappeared without so much as an escort. This wouldn't be your doing, would it? Yeah, all part of my plan. Please, Metasmith, this is no time for sarcasm. Forgive my wild accusations. No matter how much one despises senseless bloodshed, there are few who can stand by while their home is burned to the ground. And so, if it means saving Juneau from the worms, we have no choice but to cooperate with this race of ancients. Captain Wolfgang, the criminals who escaped with the warship 03 have been identified. It appears to be the work of those three Taru. We have a witness who overheard them talking about heading to a place they refer to as the Fated Land. They took a warship? Is it possible they know where the missing officials have disappeared to? And where is this Fated Land they spoke of? Split up and find some answers. Poor Wolfgang. Alright. Let's go to the safe hold. Go get the next cutscene. There's a lot of cutscenes through here. I think we're in the middle of 6-2, a place to return home. So we're going to let's see. Number 2, number 1. Yeah. We'll take the bottom left exit. That should be good. Hopefully everybody's doing okay tonight. It's gotten pretty cold in the US, so hopefully nobody's out and about too much. Let's see here. I want to go to G6. Just that one. G6? No, I11. Which is that one. Yeah, okay. There's 2 dilapidated gates in this zone. There's one down here in the bottom left. And then there's one up here, if I'm not mistaken. Up at G7. So I just have to make sure I'm at the right one. Havnesian sheep. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Ow. That actually hurt a lot. Okay. That kind of startled me real quick. I wasn't expecting that. Alright. Let's see. Shantaro. Metasmith, you did well to find this place. I assume you were led here by the memories of the Mother Crystal. Yeah, BG Wiki is actually the memories of the Mother Crystal. Let's go with that. Even if the crystal line is cut, as long as people exist, And as long as there is life on Vanadia, the memories of the Mother Crystal will endure. There is nothing anyone can do to change that. We are all born from the light of the crystal, and we return to that luminescence when we die. People are also born from the darkness, and return to the darkness. The opposites of light and dark, both are held within you. You are born from the light that illuminates all, and then slowly devoured by the emptiness that desires only oblivion. This is the cycle begun by the goddess of dawn. The cycle created for the sake of the twilight god, Promathia. Metasmith, how can you speak to my soul? Salteus, what have you done to Metasmith? Now is not the time to answer such questions, is it? After the passing of 10,000 years, it is time for us to discover why our paths have crossed again. Salteus, the pact you left with the terrestrial avatars has been honored by the children of Vanadia. The coming of the Keeper of the Apocalypse has been prevented. However, Bahamut does not hold the pact to be completed. Is it true that unless the Keeper of the Apocalypse is freed from the cycle of the Mother Crystal, the pact cannot be considered fulfilled? ... You need not use common speech. The amulet, the testament of affinity, connects my soul to yours. Let us finally walk the same path that has brought us here over the span of 10,000 years, for Vanadia and for the future. Of course it's a trap. He has eluded me yet again. Was that your plan, Ashantaru? To use the Testament of Affinity to link your souls? You meant to have your soul taken over, just as Prish did. No. Your plan was to make it appear as if your soul had been possessed. A way to protect yourself, perhaps. An excuse for letting Salteus escape. No feeble attempts at denial. Just what I'd expect from a Xylart. But I have learned the truth from the Mother Crystal. You were born a Kulu, as was I. The Chamber of Eventide created by Dawn Maiden Yvnuel to heal the Kulu people, to restore the Whisperer to their souls. I should have realized when Bahamut mentioned that name. Am I correct in assuming that the Xylart interfered in the investigation of Altayu to hide the fact of its completion? Was my Kulu talent and negotiation so very valuable to you? The Celestial City in Altayu was destroyed along with the Chamber of Eventide 10,000 years ago. No matter how much I explain, you will not believe me. But the Xylart still hold to this truth. When Altayu was enfolded in the energy of the crystal, the power of the terrestrial avatars was absorbed by the city. That event caused an anomaly in space and time, bringing them from the ancient past to the present day, or so the theory goes. As a Kulu, I do not presume to speak for the beliefs of the Xylart, but I have received some fascinating insights from Diablos. He claims that the Celestial Capital exists even now, beyond the 5th Mother Crystal, and that the Xylart people living in the city are alive and well. It cannot be. This information must be verified. I will travel beyond the distortion in space and time and see this place for myself. And then I will use the Chamber of Eventide to gain immortality as you have. The whisper of the soul will be mine again. Nagmalada, your longing to become one of the Xylar led to your betrayal of the Cuckoo. But you must not go to the capital. Salteus has warned me. Altayu is no longer the homeland that we once knew. It has become a tainted place. A forbidden place. Forbidden? Use this to see the soul of Salteus. He will explain everything to you. So I can let that traitor take control of my mind? For the moment, I will be satisfied with watching you die. We'll just say that you were killed by Salteus, shall we? Wait, if you spare me, I will give you anything you want. You'll give me anything? You certainly were born of Kulu stock. Show me how far you have fallen. I am not the one who has fallen. And sold to the young Tartar lady. Home delivery guaranteed. Huh? I truly appreciate your help. A most reliable trio indeed. I doubt Nagmalada will be able to stay in Juneau after this. You have shown commendable judgment in this matter. Tweren't nothing! However, Salteus is gone. The celestial capital that Salteus showed me. Could it be... Well, that's not good. I think I understand. The battle with the worms is about to begin. A meaningless war will soon be set in motion. There is no other choice but to fight. Great Goddess Altana, bless us with the victory we need. Is that her voice, or is that... I don't know whose voice that is. Maybe that's her internal monologue, because you can hear it now. Okay. We'll go ahead and walk back to a home point instead of using the warp crystal. Or warp ring. Just in case. Cold weather in the US is kind of concerning, but hopefully everybody's doing okay. There's been a few places where they've lost power, and that's never a good thing. We had electric heating in Indiana when I lived there a long time ago, and an ice storm knocked out the power, and we had to rely on there's an old wood stove in the basement. And so we had to stay in the basement and keep the wood stove going 24 hours a day. So, I think it was in middle school, so I ended up learning how to split wood in middle school. That was an interesting chore. Let's go see how things are doing in Juneau. Pharmaceutical. Ferimosiel. Some of these names, I wish I were better at speaking French. Huh? Oh. Ferimosiel. There we go. The adventurers are quick to hear the news. Lady Ashantara has returned to us. The Genoan Armada has been authorized to begin the assault on the worms. We are conducting the final flight inspections on all vessels. Please keep out of the way and allow engineers to do their jobs. It just sounds disgusting. What a racket! Those Taru Taru were punished for their crimes of stealing a warship and flying out of Juno. They claim they were just following orders, but Lord Nagmalato is also awaiting disciplinary action and to be decided by the Amathron Society. No matter your position, if you break the law... Isn't that lady a friend of yours? Is that Prish? Oh, you three! Whatever is the matter? That's all Mia. Come now, no more tears. Surely things are not that bad. We're done for! My voice is a tiny bit low compared to the music. Thank you, Mills. Good evening, welcome. Let me take the music down. I'm not talking very loud either, because it's midnight here and I don't want to bother my neighbors downstairs. But I can tone down the music just a touch. Hopefully that's okay. Maybe I should just put the mic in front of my face. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. We're done for! Our necks are on the chopping block next! We've got to get out of here! Whatever for? There are rumors all over town about the brave Taru Taru who saved an important official. Is there some other terrible failure that you are regretting? No, we've done everything right. We used the right blend of deceit and betrayal, honey and vinegar. And we bribed the townsfolk and avoided the authorities. But we've groomed ourselves into the perfect candidates to become bureaucrats of the future. They have to run off because I showed up. Prish. Pharmaceutical. What in the hell's wrong with you? If you keep this up, I'm going to start rethinking my plan to put you in charge of Devnasia. Get yourselves together. I'm going to kick you under next Water's Day. You have a responsibility to look out for Olmia and everyone in the Marquisate. What? Sorry to fly off without an explanation, Olmia. And you, Metasmith, thanks for worrying about me. There's not much time, but I'll tell you what I know. Get yourselves into the audience chamber. Prish? Yeah. There's so many names that, like... Osteoporosis. I wonder... I wonder if it does more damage to female characters. In-game gender-based damage preferences. Stronger debuffs. Anyways, let's go check the audience chamber. Hello, Umia. You've been through quite an ordeal. Cardinal Mildarion! What is going on? I am sorry, Umia. We don't have time for lengthy explanations. However, there is one thing I must tell you. By the way, Amanda, if you're listening to the vlog later, Eshantarl is Cardinal Mildarion, and they just did a big reveal, and everybody's oh! So that's what happened. The person everybody's looking forward to punish is the leader of Juno. My true name is Eshantarl. 10,000 years ago, I was born in Altayu, the city that enfolds the fifth Mother Crystal. Nagmalada and the other members of the Amarthran society that now govern Juno are also an ancient race of people, a race recently awoken from centuries-long sleep. But I am different from the others. Through an unusual twist of fate, I was granted immortality. Oh! You got hit by a bus in your previous life? That's actually what happened to her. Eshantarl was hit by a bus. No, by a truck. While eating a piece of bread, going to school in the morning, and she woke up in Altayu. I pledged to use this unending life to bring to fruition the pact made between Salteus and the terrestrial avatars. After the passing of 10,000 years, a child of destiny would be born to the fated lands, the keeper of the apocalypse, the one I have sworn to destroy. I have spent many years preparing for the coming of the keeper. It has been an incredibly long journey. I have traveled to the far reaches of Vanadia in search of lost secrets. I have found solace and encouragement in the many encounters I have had along the way. But then, when I came to a certain place, I was warned. Destroying the Keeper of the Apocalypse will merely set the darkness free to reincarnate in another body. To break this cycle, the darkness itself must be obliterated. It must be erased from the place where all life originates, and where all life eventually returns, the Mother Crystal. To fully eradicate the darkness, the Keeper of the Apocalypse must be destroyed not in the form of a human, but in the form of a god. That is why I conceived a plan to use the Lady of the Immortals, the Lay of the Immortals to resurrect Promethea. The resurrection and destruction. But that plan eventually failed. At the baptismal ceremony, Yes, at the baptismal ceremony, Prish screwed it all up. And that's why we love her. At the time, I was having my string pulled by the emptiness inside me. I lived in a Tavnasian cathedral since the time of my earliest memories, but I believed that the gates of paradise must be opened. I lived in the Tavnasian cathedral since the time of my earliest memories and believed that the gates of paradise must be opened. But as my bad luck would have it, the emptiness inside me reacted to the baptismal vessel, and I was sealed within this magicite. My world was tipped upside down. I was suddenly able to read people's thoughts, and just like Cardinal Mildarian, I never aged another day. So that is what happened. You were the keeper of the apocalypse. But things are different now. You are no longer the one. You are no longer the one, are you? Are you saying that nothing has changed? What is to happen to Prish? Judging by the actions of Bahamut, the Keeper is still among us. But over the last 20 years I have watched over the lands of Vanadia. I have seen no other possible incarnations. Bahamut wishes to see me smashed to bits in the form of the Twilight God. It was Diablos that let me stay in my... It was Diablos that let me in on my destiny as the Keeper of the Apocalypse. It is my fate to be destroyed along with this Magicite and set adrift from the cycle of the Mother Crystal. No! That is too horrible! No, this is too horrible. Listen to me, Olmia. We've come pretty far in this quest. I've already heard 4 of the verses needed to resurrect the Twilight God. Once we have the last verse, we can finally stand before Bahamut. Please, Prish, do you hear what you are saying? How can I let you offer your very existence to the Promathia? There must be another way. Calm yourself, Olmia. Prish will not be coming with us. The last verse of Memoria de la Stona no longer exists, and there is no weapon left to battle the Twilight God. Pitting the full force of Juno against the worms is our only recourse. There is no other way to save the children of Altana from extinction. But Miss Mildarian, what about me? Lady Ashantaro, the Junoan Armada is prepared for battle. I must go, beyond the sea of endless clouds. Cardinal Mildarian. Prish, Olmia, it is only a matter of time until Juno becomes a war zone. I will prepare an airship for you to return to Tavnasia. Protect that which is most dear to you. Damn it! There's no way in hell it's ending this way. It's time to put it all on the line. Prish? Metasmith, Olmia! I know you guys can do it! You're strong enough to beat the hell out of me when You're strong enough to beat the hell out of me when I become Promethea. Listen, there's someone in Selbina who knows the 5th verse. Her memory's a little shoddy, though. Find the 5th verse. I need you to do this. You hear me? I cannot. Prish, wait! And there she goes. Ulmia, I have heard the entire story, because I am creepy and I wait on the sides like this. Douvrance? This must be the guidance of Altana. The girl with the shoddy memory in Selbina is well known to me. And I also happen to possess the means to revive her past. Let us be on our way. I have no idea what that means. I found that way funnier than I should have. It is funny though how so many characters just kind of like apparently are there and listening, but they just don't show themselves. They just like don't say anything. I was here all along and I heard everything. Like, okay. Mind joining the conversation? And this is the old lady in the Weaver's Guild, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna do that now. Let's say at some point I have to get my HP back up, so I'll just... do that. I actually have all my gear on, right? Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, it's not the old lady. At least it makes sense why Louverance knows her. Hello, can I help you? Your name would be Emmeline by any chance? My name is Ulmia. We were in the choir together. Do you remember? I'm sorry. I don't remember much about my childhood. But I'm sure you must be mistaken. My name is Matilda. I work here in the Weaver's Guild. Yes, you're right. I must be mistaken. Please accept my apologies. You so resemble a girl that you so resemble a girl that used to sing in the choir with me. You don't happen to have a younger brother, do you? A younger brother? Why, yes, I did have a younger brother, only we were separated in the war. But I believe he is still out there somewhere. I do hope he is happy. I'm sorry to have brought up this painful subject. I'll be on my way. I have one last request for you. There is a certain song you might know. Will you sing it for us? A song? I am sure you have the song locked somewhere in your heart. Please try to remember. The Tavnesian Cathedral, Cardinal Mildarium, a song known as the Lay of the Immortals. The 5th verse. Ah. If you've seen the opening cutscene, her little brother is Aldo. Let's see. And so the legend ends. Began Crystal. Oh, it's Japanese. That's why everybody's talking in Unity chat. It's Japanese midnight. Was that some kind of spell? The Mumeo Mia is a device known by any self-respecting rogue. It was finally returned to me. Ulmia, are you able to sing the verse we just heard? But I... You do have a penchant for expecting the worst, dear Ulmia. There may not be a need for that melody at all. Why would that be? Once Lord Bahamut sees precious magicite, it may be enough to convince him. And we would not want to lose the star of Tavnesia. Oh, what do you mean? There is something I would like to ask Prish. Ulmia, let us meet with her in Juno. Metasmith, please go on ahead to Bastok. Okay. So So this is just a battlefield. With a lot of cutscenes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do... I'll do this one. This is still 6. I think there's only 4. Yeah. So I'll do this one. And that should be enough to finish... That should finish Chapter 6, and we'll be on to Chapter 7 next time. So, okay. Let's see... Let's go to Bastok and talk to Sid. Sid's voice. Sid's voice is gravelly. Can I do Sid's voice still? Sid's voice sounds like he's been smoking too many packs a day. I don't like doing his voice too much. It's a little hard on my throat. Poor Sid. Let's see what quest I get. Metasmith! Where have you been? I heard about what happened, but I still can't believe it. Learning Prish was really the keeper of the apocalypse knocked me off my chair. But finding out that the Genoan official Ishtaro is actually Cardinal Mildarion, and that she's been alive for the past 10,000 years, that was like having an anvil dropped on my head. Metasmith, I want to hear what happened with you, too. Call in the others. Oh, it's everybody. So that's what happened. To fulfill the pact with Bahamut Salteus made over 10,000 years ago, Mildarion has been attempting to revive divine Promathia. And the magicite embedded in Prish's bosom was only a seal, crystallized form of her inner emptiness. We sin hunters have committed a grave sin ourselves in not being able to stay calm and focus in the presence of the magicite. Not a single complaint, not a single cry for help. All that time carrying a terrible burden, alone. And what about Olmia? She has known Prish since she was a child. She has watched her silently struggle. These new truths must be as painful for her as they are for Prish. I could not wish such terrible fate upon even an enemy. What are we to do now? Phoenix has told me that we are not to provoke Bahamut any further. However, the biggest threat to mankind is the Worm King's aerial magic. If we could defeat him, it would better our chances for victory against the worm armies. And so we are left with 3 choices. We can let destiny run its course and wait for the Bahamut and his means to destroy us. We can use my airship and join the Juno Armada and fight the Worm King. Or we can recite the 5th verse of the Memoria de la Stona and call the Twilight God down into Prish. Twilight God, he cursed mankind, made us fight. If we defeat him, the curse will be broken. But do we have the power? Prish said that Metasmith had the power. And we have Phoenix on our side. But I am not sure that is enough. Diablos, ruler of dreams, warned us that no single child of Venedia could vanquish the Keeper of the Apocalypse. and still my blade remains silent. We are about to walk down a very dangerous path. But I think it would be wise to wait until Prish returns before we take any action. Tenzin, Miss Sin Hunters, Metasmith. Hurry to Tavnasia and wait for Prish. When she arrives, contact me and I'll fly to the archipelago in my airship. Tavnasia? But why would you travel there? Help from Gilgamesh should be arriving at the safe hold shortly. Let's just say that... Excuse me. Do I have any more water here? Yeah. Let's just say that the parts they'll be transporting are very, sensitive. I'll see you all at the Sea Lion's Den. Ugh. I think I know how Misha Collins feels. Let's see. I think number 2 is the one that's outside the Sea Lion's Den. Let's see here. Yeah. I think this is it. Ooh, we got Swift Shoes. Nice. Master Sid, we have been waiting for your arrival. I brought Omia and Louverance with me, but I'm sorry to say Prish couldn't make it. There's been a bit of a problem. A problem? What do you mean? Omia, would you be so kind as fill in Tenzin and what the details? Would you be so kind as fill Tenzin in on the details? I have some business with Gilgamesh's little helpers. We couldn't find Prish. I fear that she is hiding somewhere on one of the Armada's warships. That cannot be possible. Why did Lady Prish not wait for you to return? She is not planning to attack the Worm King, is she? I think Prish knows that we would follow her. Prish can read the hearts of others. She knows what we feel and what we think. She knows what I feel. But why does she continue on as if she knows that her decision will only hurt me? Why does believing hurt so? Even when two hearts are connected, there are times when pain can't be avoided. When the world is overwhelmed with sadness, the only way to escape the pain is to change the world. Perhaps you are right, Javos. Perhaps the only option left to mankind is to change Vanadea. For the past 10,000 years, Vanadea has grown and evolved to become what it is today, a world bound by the chains of an evil deity. Prish set out on her own in an attempt to change that world, our world. Hey, you guys ready? I finished my baby up with the secret weapons. And it's time we moved out. There's no time to lose. I'm gonna hitch a ride back to Bastok on Gilgamesh's boat and let the president in on what's going on. Even if you are successful in stopping Bahamut, there's no knowing what his worm army might do. The Republic has to be prepared for the worst. I'm gonna pretend that's Sid's smoking cough. Sid, thank you so much for all that you have done. You know, if I were only a few years younger, I'd be up there with you guys, but my place is back in Bastok. Gilgamesh made sure I don't forget that. Didn't forget that. And don't you forget that you're going up there to save our nation. No, save all of Anadea. Your lives will be on the line, but I know you'll be alright. As long as you're riding my CID. Nothing can go wrong. What the heck does the D stand for in CID? Master Sid, I ask that you allow me to fly her. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Sid's teeth. She's all yours. Now get out there, warriors of the crystal. You know what it is? Sid's got grills. That's what it is. Yes, let us be off. Bahamut and Prish are waiting for your arrival. Alright, we're gonna hop on Sid's CI Big D and go on a ride. Anyway, Venga, how are you? Hope you're having a good night. Hopefully Sid doesn't show up anymore. For whatever reason I gave him that voice, and whenever I do it, it gets so dry and sore. But he does look like the type that's just like, if he's not smoking a pack a day, he's breathing in the forge smoke. Nice. I really want to finish Chains of Promathia so I can finish the epilogue, because Lion is my absolute favorite character. Personally, I like finishing Rise of the Xylart and Chains of Promathia first together and finishing the epilogue. Just because I need Lion to be okay. I need Lion to be okay. Do you think there is any chance to catch up with Lady Prish? TVR. The Voracious Resurgence? I don't even know if I'll finish that. According to Aldo, the Genoan Armada departed the duchy after splitting into 2 units. The main unit will enter Cape Riverne directly by airship and attempt to draw the worms from the floating islands. At the same time, the remaining unit will attempt to approach Bahamut from the opposite direction. Personally, I want to do Wings of the Goddess up until a lot of the Kate Sith stuff opens up. And then once I have Kate Sith completely opened up, and I've met the main character, what's her name? The dancer. I can't think of her name right now. But once I meet her, I'll go back and I'll start Aut Ergon and get through Aut Ergon. Lilizat. Because when I did I did, Rhapsodies before on my main character, before I made a new character. And in Rhapsodies, like, I want to do that before I finish Wings of the Goddess. So within Rhapsodies, I just feel like you don't need to complete Lizette's story to feel like it makes sense, but Ought or Gone, with how much you talk to the leader of the city, the white, what's her name? I am so terrible with names. Because they're not Lion and Prish, so it doesn't matter. But because she's so... It just feels like she's much more of a part of it, and when you interact in Rhapsodies of Anadia, I think the characters from Chains of Promathia, from Rise of the Xylart, and from Ought or Gone are just such a major part of everything that happens later, that if you want to do any progress on Rhapsodies of Anadia for any of the benefits, story-wise, to me, it works out best to finish those 3 expansions first. But in order to do that, after I finish COP, and after I finish the epilogue, I'm going to go back and I'm going to switch nations to Sandoria and complete the Sandorian missions, so that I have more character development for Prince Treon before I do Ought or Gone. So that's my plan. Anyways, continuing on. At the same time, the remaining unit will attempt to approach Bahamut from the opposite direction. I assume that Prish will be with the latter. However, that unit cannot begin its operations until the main unit has successfully drawn the attention of the other worms. Engineer Sid said the same thing. This means we still have time. Look what I found hiding below deck. Get your hands off me, you pointed-eared brute! Let us go, or you'll be doomed. Yeah, well, we're your secret weapon. Secret weapon? You wouldn't happen to be the same secret weapon that Sid received from Gilgamesh, would you? We've given up on fame and glory of being high-class Junoan officers, and decided to become high-class pirates. The highest of the high, the classiest of the class. Yes, sirree! We will be making contact with the Armada shortly. It may be to our advantage to have some unboarded community. Ah! What the? I can see them. The Junoan Armada. Someone's shooting lasers. Warning shots? That scary Elvain went to the communications room. Shouldn't we be going to the communications room? I say we go to the communications room! Yay! We should go as well, Metasmith. We must try to convince them that we are here to help. I think Javos should do all the communicating. Alright. One to be feared. Let's just get the jump in on this mission. What are we fighting? Ooh, there's no cutscene. I might actually get a record. Or not. Where's my dragon? Alright, where's my... Oh, okay. There we go. I was like, there should be an enemy around here somewhere, right? Metasmith, the attack seems to have subsided. Something is going on over there. Something is wrong. What if they discover where Prish is hiding? Louverance is moving the ship into position so we can board their vessel. Let us hurry below decks. Below decks. No, below deck. What? That's an interesting mistake. There aren't very many mistakes in the writing. But every now and then there's little things like that. Prish! If you can hear me, give me a signal! We've come to help! We mean you no harm. We are simply trying to find our companion. You're wasting your breath, Samurai Man! Yeah, they can't hear you. They're just puppets made by those crazy scientists in Juneau. The puppets? Jump. Jump. Did I miss? Is it that one? Yeah, that's the one. Oh, okay. There we go. That's on cooldown. Move to the next warship. Are you ready? Yes. Funny story, the first time I did this fight, way back when, before there was eye levels, I was doing it as Red Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage. This is Final Fantasy XI. What? What is this? Oh! Yeah, that was from the beta test. Was it beta or alpha? I don't know, I did the alpha test on the Final Fantasy XIV way back in 2009. And that was rough. But no, that was a long time ago. My computer was so bad back then I could barely run the game. Prish, are you okay? Can you hear us? Respond! And if you can't hear us, respond! No, that's a really old video. Thank you for looking, but I don't even think that's a public video anymore. I think it's just... or not, it's not listed anymore or anything like that. I just think it was funny that it's still there. Could she be inside that thing? It's dinner? Well, that would explain why she couldn't hear us. What? It's dinner? What? Oh, it's as in it's dinner. Okay, I get it. All right, let's jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. No. It was a beautiful game, 1.0 was. Like, it was pretty. It's just, it was, you know, too many polygons on the flower pot, as they say. What's going on? If we continue like this, both sides will end up exhausted without having made any progress. Look! I would attempt to pull a ship up alongside theirs. Hold on. I can see that. I didn't play much after it released. You dirty rat! Why don't you come down here and fight like a man? The wonderful exhibition about to unfold will buy me more than enough time. My pet is still far from completion. However, when she is finished, she will be the most powerful creation vanity has ever seen. Though those created 10,000 years ago may still be residing somewhere within the celestial capital of Altair. It was almost comical how fast the airship popped up. Prish! Huh? You guys, Omia, what's everybody doing here? Blah! Not another distraction. Well, at least now I can test my pet in the extreme battle mode. Ultima weapon, show our friends what you can do. Fly, my pretty! I think that's the... yeah, it's fine. Anyways. Am I not actually attacking it yet? Okay. Where is... Okay, I don't need to do that. We're good. Should be a cutscene, right? What an odd sound. I guess I cannot expect too much from a prototype. What do you think you are trying to do, Nagmalada? You were relieved from your position within the Armathron Society and banished from Juno. How dare you step over the boundaries of the amnesty you were granted and bring that creation aboard the Armada vessel? Did you think that performing this service we would take you back? Or was this cause of turmoil simply a desperate attempt to interfere with our plan? An attempt born from hate and despisal? Or perhaps you came to ask Bahamut the way to Altair. Nagmalada, I understand why you seek the path to the celestial capital. We who have lost the whisper of the soul are forced to live alone, trapped within our own wretched solitude. However, that is our path to freedom. We are children born from one. Now our children and our children's children step into the ever-expanding world. This is much like when the Mother Crystal split into 5 pieces long ago. We were simply ready to leave the nest before the Xylart. Then why did you choose to abandon your people and hide away in the Chamber of Eventide? Why did you join the Xylart in blocking the path to Altayu? That is... By entering the chamber, you succeeded in washing away the darkness from your soul. That is why I seek the capital, so I can remove the darkness from my soul, so I can be free. Ha! If you want to go to Altayu so bad, then why don't you just go to Mavopolis? Prish! That boy Celtius has already asked the Moblins to open the gate to the capital. If you follow him, he'll lead you right to the 5th crystal. I see. Whether it has been buried or submerged, there is no place the Moblins cannot find. And I was beginning to wonder when I was going to be able to see the boy once again. I have unfinished business with him. I've told you what you want. Now get out of here. He should probably duck. That blade's really close. As much as I'd like to, it would be improper for me not to return the favor. The favor bestowed upon the Kulu over 10,000 years ago. Sing a song. Return the favor? A surprise attack? Well, that's not good. Hey, Bahamut, how are you? I see my song has reached the conqueror of the skies. I am Kulu. My strength comes from the protection of the terrestrial avatars. Without you, I am powerless. The Xylart, who have sworn revenge against Vanadia. To you I offer these traitors as sacrifice. You are nothing but a raving maniac, Nagmulada. You are far from being one of us. Your pitiful soul drowns in darkness. And that is why I must cleanse it. I will find Altayu and use the Chamber of Eventide. It's all over. It's over easy. It's scrambled. What are you talking about? This is where it gets interesting. I'm gonna deck you in the schnoz. Bahamut, conqueror of the sky, king of the worms. I am Prish. I am the keeper of the apocalypse. Put up your dukes. Your pact with Celtius left me trapped for 1,000 years. This magicite, it is nothing but another form of emptiness. I was born from the same place. It was born from the same place as I was. We are one and the same. My friends and I have come to call forth and destroy the emptiness and its maker, Promathia. And we will do it right here, right now. We will fulfill the pact. Watch as we show you the children of the Dawn's true power. So this is what you meant, Eshantaro. There is no need for you to prove anything, young Alvain, for you are not the keeper. Huh? Not the keeper, but... Eshantaro, children of Altana, and, Phoenix. I commend you on what you are attempting to do for the people of Vanadia, and that is why I will tell you this. Ba-da-ba-bum. 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 Ba-ba-bum. The true keeper of the apocalypse lies in the celestial capital of Altayu. Within that soul lies an immeasurable amount of darkness. For 10,000 years it has slept, but now it has awakened. In Altair? Who was that restarted the crystal line? Remnants of the Xylart? The children of Altana? It does not matter, for now the power within the final crystal, the crystal that holds Altair in balance, has begun to fade. It will not be long before the celestial capital has fallen to Vanadia. When this occurs, the Keeper of the Apocalypse will arise and envelop all life. And finally, the Twilight God, Promathia, will use his almighty power to begin his eternal reign. That is why I have come, to stop the seeds of man from being wiped from Vanadia. If there is nothing for the Keeper to envelop, then Promethea will not have the strength to enter our realm. Nothing to envelop? And so that is why you planned to attack. Damn! And you call yourself the Guardian of Vanadia? Why didn't you tell us that you were going to do that? Why didn't you tell us what you were going to do a long time ago? If you would have been honest with us, we could have been in Altair whipping that Keeper's butt last week. She is right, Lord Bahamut. Such intolerant behavior does not befit the Conqueror of the Skies. Why do you not believe in the power of the Children of the Dawn? Why must I believe in something that does not exist? You cannot defeat the Twilight God. You will not even be allowed to approach him. Salteus proved that to us 10,000 years ago. Destruction is your destiny. You cannot escape what has already been decided. There is still a way. Bahamut, we need not fight Promethea if we can stop the Keeper of the Apocalypse. Salteus told us this. That is why he has returned. He is here to stop Altair from falling back to this dimension. Impossible! Salteus does not have the power to. I'm sick of all this talk. Doesn't anybody here think we can handle the situation? Metasmith, you tell him. You know we can kick his bloody butt all the way to the next Waters Day. Yeah, why not? You... Damn you, Salteus! I will not let you harm Vanadia and her children like you did I will not let you harm Vanadia and her children like you did once before. Whoa, I got a bad feeling about this. Metasmith, get out of the way! Metasmith, everyone, abandon the ship! That went well. I don't know about you, but I think Bahamut's a little upset. Phoenix. Will you return to the Mother Crystal, along with so many other lives? I understand. Your sacrifice has bought us a sliver of time. Let me release you for your journey to the Mother Crystal. Open the path in preparation for her. Nice. Back in the day, Wow, we got knocked pretty far. Back in the day, access to this next area was like... it was the thing. Chapter 7. In the Light of the Crystal. I wish I could do the voice from Fire Emblem. Chapter 7. In the Light of the Crystal. Like, there is that announcer voice and I can't quite do it. Oh. I wonder if I can take something from them. Let's see now. You know. You find a ducal guard's ring. Yeah! Ah! Yeah! We're alive! Are we alive? Are we breathing? Ah! You! It's Metasmith, the one who angered Bahamut. Run! Flee! Exit stage left! Thanks for the ring. Is that literally just, Juno teleport? Yeah. Man, 30 seconds. Oh, they can't teleport you back anymore. Is there a book here? No, the book's over there. Oh well. Oh. Okay. Hope I didn't trigger any cutscenes, but no, I have to actually talk to the person. Cool. Alright. That's about an hour and a half. So I will call it quits for tonight. I'm gonna try and get on tomorrow. There's a lot of cutscenes in Chains of Promathia. When I was doing Rise of the Xylart, there's a lot of walking around, so I talked a lot. But not so much in this one. So, anyhow, I'm gonna play around with OBS settings, get some scrolling text on this screen, and then I think I'll be back tomorrow and do the next chapter. How much more do we have in Promethea? Chapter 7, Chapter 8, Epilogue. So I have 2 more chapters in the Epilogue. I don't remember Altayu being a difficult area to traverse. So Chapter 7 will probably go decently quickly. And then Chapter 8, I don't know if I'll be able to do both or not. But I think tomorrow I'll get Chapter 7 done. So, everybody that stopped by, thank you for stopping by. Amanda, hope you're having a good day in the lab if you're watching this at a later date. Hope everything's going well. And, have fun with whatever you're working on right now. Love you. Take care. Everybody else, have a great night. Stay warm. Or a great day. It's probably daytime for most people now, but adios.